my dear students. Welcome back to this miniature school. I believe you're all happy and safe at home. Welcome you all back to this social class. So today we are going to revise your social portions behalf of your midterm examination. So totally for your exam, how many lessons you have? How many lessons? Yes, 5 lessons. Can you name the lessons? Okay, you can see your book and name the lessons to me. First lesson, globes and maps. And second lesson, My India. Third, My India physical features 1. Fourth, My India physical features 2. And fifth is introducing the past. So these are your lessons for your midterm examination. So I hope you already done your preparations. So let's see a small recap from each lessons. Okay, I'm not going to detail it, just brief explanations. Okay, before getting into our class, let me ask you a few questions that's very familiar to you. That's from your previous class. So first question is, how many official languages are there in India? Second, how many major languages are there in India? And give me 5 official languages that are in India. So how many official languages are there in India? How many major languages are there in India? And give me any 5 official languages that are in India. So you have 3 questions. Please answer it and send that to me. And you will also answer in Zoom session. So be prepared. Okay? Clear. Send that to me. Okay. So now let's get into our revision part. So first lesson, that is globes and maps. Globes and maps. So first of all, difference between globes and maps. What is meant by globes and what is meant by maps? Globes in the sense, it's spherical in shape and it has 4 dimensions. We can touch it, we can feel it because it is kind of object. Okay, fine. Map. Actually, it was in 1 dimension. It must be in paper or we can see that Google Maps in screen. So there is no kind of dimensions other than the shape of countries and states. We don't have any peculiar shapes for maps. Okay, so globes. We cannot find all the places in globe, but we can in maps. How? So in India map, we can see Tamil Nadu at the corner, a little smaller. But in Tamil Nadu map, we can see it in detail. And we have maps for each district. So there we can see it very clearly. Clear? But in globe, it's not like that. And there is different globes. A differentiation in the sense, some globes are very heavy and we cannot carry it from one place to another. But in the case of map, we can easily carry it by folding it in our hands. We can carry maps. So, other thing is, and globe is the model of Earth. Is in the model of Earth. So Earth is spherical in shape and the globe is also in that shape. For map, we have many rules and regulations, and the same rules and regulation will make that easy to read map. Yes. For example, we have specific locations and we have specific shapes and many things in maps. So this is all about maps. So first lesson, globes and maps. And your second lesson, My India. My India. So let's see something about that lesson. There are more countries in world and India is one among them. But the specific about India is it is the 7th largest country in the world. 7th largest country in the world. And India is surrounded by 3 sides, actually water borders. So 3 sides is surrounded by water and the other side is land. One side is land and the other 3 sides are surrounded by water bodies. What are the water borders? Yes, Indian Ocean, Arabian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. The direction, Bay of Bengal in the east, Arabian Ocean in the west and Indian Ocean in the south. So clear? So we have 3 oceans surrounding our India and the one side is land and we have neighboring countries and that's the reason the 3 sides surrounded by water bodies. That's the reason India is called as peninsula, island in the sense 4 sides surrounded by water bodies. Peninsula in the sense 3 sides surrounded by water borders. Okay, fine. Next, we have 7 neighboring countries. Detail will be there in your book. And then in India, there are 29 states and 7 union territories. 29 states and 7 union territories. I already said that we have 7 neighboring countries. Yes, 7 neighboring countries. Wow. In the northern side, yes, but only one at south, that is Sri Lanka. So add that 8 neighboring countries. India is the land of diversity. Diversity in the sense there are many following, many traditions, many languages, diversity, but we have unity in diversity. What is meant by unity in diversity? Diversity in the sense different, but unity is common, right? So both are opposite words, but how come it's joined together? Yes, to form compound word like unity and diversity in the sense since we have many languages, many traditions that we follow, many cultures, many things and different, but we are Indians. Yes, we are Indians. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. So that make us together. Unity in diversity. So the third lesson. This is all about India's physical features. India, physical features. Part 1. Third lesson. This is all about northern part of India. Northern part of India. So northern mountains and northern plains. Northern mountains in the sense the Himalayas. Northern plain in the sense Indo-Gangetic plain. And this lesson details about northern mountain, that is the Himalayas, and the northern plain, that is Indo-Gangetic plain. So Himalayan rivers in the sense that's divided into 3 parts. Rivers are originated from mountains. So obviously Himalayan mountains will also the originator of some rivers. Yeah, the rivers will follow and that will make some slits and that will make lines. Yes, so these are all there in third lesson. Totally the detailing, the places the rivers follows, the places where the river slits, everything. There we can see those things in this lesson and how the plains differs, how the plains formed. So these and all things were in your physical features part 1. So the remainings are there in 4th lesson, that is India physical features part 2. Let's write down that. So this lesson goes by all about the desert in India, plateaus, other plains, coastal plains especially, and the islands. So in this lesson, desert in the sense, especially they talked about the great, big, wide desert Thar. That covers majorly which state? Yes, Rajasthan. So Thar desert and plateau in the sense about peninsula plateau and plains, that is coastal plains, and finally islands. Islands in the sense is Andaman Nicobar specifically, and then Lakshadweep. Things are there in 4th lesson. Clear? You can see detail in that lesson. Next is your 5th lesson. Please make sure you are very much clear on this lesson. because this will help you not only for this examination as well as for your further classes. That is introducing the past. Introducing the past. So we must know about the past. Yeah, history is all about knowing about the past events. Yes, so introducing the past. I already said that this lesson is very much important, and it starts with the timeline. What is mean by timeline? What is mean by timeline? A horizontal line in which the important events are written in the chronological order is called timeline. So what is meant by chronological order? For understand, let me explain that in another view. So let me give you one thing. First of all, I'm going to say a story about Rohan. Okay, a story about Rohan. This is an example. Don't make that in your exam paper. So story about Rohan. Rohan was born in 2000. So 2000. So he went to school in 2004. 2004, and he was blessed with a sibling in 2005. Yes, and that is a sister, and his sister went to school in 2009, and in 2010 they bought a beautiful house, and then his life moves on. So this is an example. So now we know the timeline. This is explaining in an order from the first, from the beginning of the Rohan's life. So timeline is also like explain the history, our own history from the beginning. Especially from the beginning, but sometimes it denotes like some period to period, extends like from this to this. So here it's going on. Rohan is living in this age, and so this is going on. So now we know that. What is this? 2000. Yeah, he's born. 2004, he went to school. 2005, he got a sibling, sister. And 2009, his sister went to school. And in 2010, they bought a beautiful house. So here his life goes by. This is called by timeline. This is the example of Rohan's life, but I'm not going to ask about Rohan's life. You can check in your book. They have historical events in timeline. Clear? So this is mean by timeline. And then another one example to understand the CE and BCE. Another, make a horizontal line. So a slit here. BCE and CE. So first I would like to ask a question. We are living in which century? Can you answer me? With an explanation. What is meant by century? 100 years is equal to 1 century. So this century is 21st century. We are living in 21st century. Yes. Fine. So we are living in C. It's like 2021 CE. We are living in 2021 CE. CE in the sense, can you expand that abbreviation? CE in the sense, common era. BCE in the sense, before common era. So, here the slit denotes birth of Jesus Christ. So, the slit denotes birth of Jesus Christ. Our timeline is divided like before the birth of Jesus Christ and after the birth of Jesus Christ. Here is a slit. So, the ankle is like, here starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally now we are in 2021. Here it goes like in backward. Clear? Now we know that 1 is the least in common era. But in before common era, 1 is the biggest. 2, it goes like this format. This way. This moves. The era. It's very big. So we don't know the era, maybe before the human existence. So we don't know that. So this is like that and this is like this. So this is here starts from after the birth of Jesus Christ. After the birth of Jesus Christ, it's like common era. So this is all about E and BC. Next about history, and the people who study history is called historians. And the period, our life period in Earth, we can divide it into three. It's ancient, medieval and modern. We are in which era? Modern era. Ancient is very old and medieval is in between, and we are now in modern era. And the next is detail about ancient era, medieval era, and finally about modern era that we are in. So this is all about this introducing the past. So please study questions not only for midterm sake, for your further sake. Because this lesson is very important to understand the human existence. Yeah, we human, we should know how we exist here, and what about our great grandfathers, and what about the pre-humans, everything we should know, right? Because we are humans, we should know our history. Our past, it's our past, it's our history. So we should know that, and so please make sure you are very much clear in this lesson. So here we come to the end of this class. I believe I just recall all the lessons that you studied through your previous classes. And so all the best for your midterm examination. Thank you children. Take care. Bye-bye.